And this is not the first time fireworks have exploded between you and Jennifer. So what can you tell me about this moment? Why can't you two just get along?
What are you talking about?
You did it first. It was retaliation.
That's disgusting. As disgusting as yelling down your. Let's go home. Let's go. I'm trying to you.
You can get the
No.
You know, I just think like she's another one. I just don't speak her language. I just feel like I always struggled with Jennifer because, you know, I'm fine arguing with someone, but for some reason, I never feel like it's coming from a place of like, I never feel like she's authentic. So it's like, I feel like she walks in the room and she's like, what should I do today? Like that, you know, so it's always rough for me with her because I'm like, sit down. Like, I just, you know, if I'm having like a real argument or like a real situation with someone, I could do that all day, but like I tend to dismiss her a lot in my head because I never believe what she's saying is really how she feels. You know, I feel like she's kind of like putting it on. I feel like when we have real arguments on our show, you know, we're really mad. We really are like upset about things. So like I can't read her sometimes. I'm like, I just can't. But I will say there is a lot that goes on with her this season. And, you know, a lot of her house has fallen, you know, we get to see a lot of the inside of what's going on over there and maybe why she acts the way she does and why she acts up. So we do get to a place, you know, we definitely talk it out a little bit this season. So you will see that.
What was it like watching her go through those struggles with Bill this season with the affair coming?
I mean, I'll just say I've never seen her cry so much as she did this season. There was a lot of emotion. It was a very emotional season.
Yeah. Even though you guys don't really get along, did it sort of give you a chance to sympathize?
Of course.
Yeah.
100%. Where I wouldn't normally like even bother with her, I completely did. And that's kind of how our relationship, you know, you will see our relationship evolve this season finally.
Were you hoping to patch things up with Margaret, Melissa, and Jackie?
Listen, at the end of the day, my personality is one that doesn't hold grudges. I like being happy. I like being silly. I don't like being in a bad headspace with people. So at the moments where that does happen, I kind of like count on myself for being like, okay, you know what? That wasn't so nice. Why don't we talk? Because I'm big about trying to communicate with somebody and like finding a way to make it work or make it better. And if that person doesn't want to, then at least I know I've tried. And at the end of the day, if people just keep going back and forth with comebacks to each other, then it becomes this vicious cycle that never ends. One of these days, somebody's going to have to put a period on it and respond in a way that's not hostile or aggressive, so that you can get to a place where it's like, okay, you know what? She didn't yell at me now. So maybe when I talk back to her, I won't yell at her and we can bring this to a place of peace.
You know, it's never fun to feel ganged up on. How do you manage your emotions when it feels like it's 3 against 1?
Teresa is Melissa's sister-in-law. So if there's ever a scuffle where it's me against those 3 and Melissa is involved in those 3, I completely understand why Teresa is put in this very awkward predicament. Like if she goes and defends me, then Melissa's going to say she's not being loyal to her family, which is something that Teresa has heard. They've both heard on occasion. So I think they're both very conscious of not getting involved when the fight is against them. So that cancels Teresa out. Dolores has been friends with these girls way longer than she's been friends with me. And of course she loves me and she's friends with me, but she's in a tight spot here. So that's what cancels her out. So then I'm alone by myself. And I realize that my 2 good girlfriends may want to jump in for me, but for personal reasons, they don't. So I try not to take that personally. However, it is very hurtful and it's a very like heavy weight on my shoulders when I feel like it's all 3 against them.